Hello guys, in the previous video we have discussed about the basic structure of HTML. In this video you will learn about HTML headings, paragraphs and links. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before we start, I will recommend you all to get an extension which is known as Live Server. So let us go to the extension page and search for Live Server, and this is the one. And what it does, as you can see over here, launch a development local server with the live reload feature for static and dynamic pages. So what it means, it means that it creates a local or temporary server where you can test your websites. So this is quite helpful because if you are going to do web development, you are going to put your website on a server, and it will help you to get a gist what deployment on a server looks like. For instance, this is the index.html file which I had created. Let me open it up in my browser. So here is the link to that website, and here you will see that we are viewing local or shared file. And if I install this server, this extension Live Server, after installing you see over here go live. So if you will click over here, this will open it up at this link. You can see here is the port address, and if I click on this I button, you can see your connection to this site is not secure. Don't worry about this not secure warning. It is actually the feature of the extension which allows you to create a temporary server on your own machine, and you can test it out over here. And it is also beneficial when you do not want to refresh your page again and again. For instance, if I make any changes in my this index.html file, let me make any changes, such as if I add some more text over here, and when I had to make any changes to my website, I had to save it in VS Code, then reload the page in my browser. But as soon as I save in my page with my website opened through Live Server, as soon as I save it, you can see the changes reflect over here without reloading the page. So this is why this extension is also helpful. Now let us continue with the video, and as we have installed it, now we are going to go with HTML headings. So let me create a new file. I'm going to name it headings.html, and let me add the boilerplate code now. Going to name it headings. So if you have visited some websites, then you might have seen that they give some headings to their text or to their content. So how do we get these headings? We use the heading tags, and we get from heading 1 to heading 6. So h1 is the heading tag for the heading 1. If I zoom it in here, this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. Let me enter. This is heading 1, and let me open it up in Live Server. You can see it over here. This is heading 1. You can even go up to heading 6. Let me show you. You can see here we see 6 emit abbreviations from h1 to h6. So I have inserted all these headings, all the tags of headings, and if I go to my browser, you can see this is the first heading, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5 and heading 6. You can also see the source code in your browser if you right click and select view page source. You can also press Ctrl plus U. So this is the thing. This was our complete source code, and here you can see this comment, code injected by Live Server. So this is the code which Live Server has inserted in our HTML document so that we can get a server or a port where we can deploy our website. So from here to here is our Live Server. From till this script 1, we have this Live Server code. So don't worry about it. You can also do word warp or line warp, and you can also see the console. If you click on inspect, you can see that this, if I select this, this is the heading 1, and here you can see that this is the thing which we had inserted in our code. I have written this is heading 1, then I have closed it, this tag. So this is how we do it. Now that we have done with headings, now let us start with paragraphs. I'm going to dispose this Live Server for now, and create a new file, and that is for a paragraph. So you might have written paragraphs in essays and all. This is the same as that. And to write paragraphs in HTML, we use the p tag. Okay, I didn't give the extension, that's why it's a normal file. I need to rename it .html. Insert the boilerplate code, write the name paragraphs, and here in the body we are going to use the p tag. This is the opening tag of paragraphs and this is the closing tag. Here let me add some text, and with this lorem emit abbreviation you can add custom number of words. For instance, if you want 50 words to be in the dummy text, or let's say you want 100 words, lorem 100 and type an enter. You see these 100 words. I have turned on warping with Alt plus Z, or you can directly go over here in the view tab and select word warp. So this is the complete paragraph with 100 words. These are total of 100 words. And if I save it, open my website with live server, this is it. And let me put it at half of screen real estate, and let me add some more things to my website of what we have done till now. Or let us do it with the index file. We have this index.html over here. Suppose this port. So we are going to do it with the index file. Open it up with live server. We're going to close this tab, put our screen to half of the state, and here let us add heading. So we have done headings also of HTML. I wish to show you one more thing, which is how we add horizontal lines in our website. So on many of the sites you might have seen horizontal lines in between two or more parts of content. So we use HR tag for that, HR, and this tag does not have a closing tag since it is an empty element. What are empty elements? Empty elements are those elements which do not need any closing tag for completion. They are complete in their own self. If I add this HR tag, as soon as I save it, you see this horizontal line over here. We similarly have a BR tag, which is also an empty element. So let me again make it full screen, and you can add the BR tag from here. In here, let us now add the BR tag if you wish to break a line, because HTML ignores extra spaces. So if you wish that your line should break from here, because if you add an enter over here, you save it, go to your browser, then there is nothing that has changed because HTML ignores extra spaces. So if I add the BR tag, save it, go to my browser, you see that here is the line break. So this is how we use the empty elements such as the BR tag and the HR tag. After this, let us now get with HTML links. So on various websites you might have seen that you get a link and you click over it and it redirects you to some other website. Maybe it is an ad, or you get redirected to any other web page of the same site, or you get redirected to another website. So for that we use the anchor tag. Let me add the boilerplate code now, and now it is links in HTML. Here we use the anchor tag, which is this a, this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. This thing which you see over here, that is the href equals to, and in double quotes, this is the location to the site. For instance, if I go to Google, and I will recommend you to copy the entire web address along with this HTTPS as well. Although if you will copy it with this as well, it will also copy HTTPS. So paste it over here. This is the link to the site, and if I open it up in live server, you see that nothing has happened over here. We just have the title of our web page and we do not have any link. So where is the link of Google? This is because we have not added any text in between the anchor tags. Let me add Google search. If I save it, go to my browser, you see Google search appears over here. What also I can do, I can increase the size and make an heading as an external link. For example, if I add the h1 tag, which is the heading 1 tag over here, then what it will do, it will display Google search as an heading. This is known as nesting, that we add one element into another. And save it, go to your browser, this is now in a heading. You can directly click over it and it will redirect you to Google search. Also, I will introduce you to an attribute. What an attribute is, it enhances the functionality of an element. For example, if you wish that whenever you click this link, you open this site in another tab, so you can use an attribute called target. Inside the opening anchor tag, you add target attribute and assign the value as underscore blank. You save it, go to your browser. Whenever you click on it, it will open up in a new tab. You can see over here. So this is an attribute which enhanced the functionality of the anchor tag, and this is how you do it. So that is it for this video. In this video, we have learned about HTML headings, paragraphs, links, the empty elements such as the BR tag and the HR tag, what is nesting, and in the next video, we are going to cover up how do we insert images in an HTML page, how do we insert videos, and some other stuff as well. And also, I'm going to introduce you to a little bit of CSS. For this video, that's it. Thank you.